So there's been quite the scam that's been going on for decades here in New York City, and that is broker fees. Now you might say, what the heck is broker fees? Now, I too used to say the same thing growing up. So I'm here in Harlem, in New York City, and this used to be my last this was my last residence before I moved back upstate a few months ago. And when I was growing up here in Harlem, when you drive by certain buildings, they used to have these placards that used to say no broker fee. And I'm like 9, 10, 11. I'm like, what is a broker fee? Then when I grew up, I learned that a broker fee is a fee that a potential resident pays to someone who acts on behalf of the owner of this building to show you the apartment. You pay a fee for that person. It's kind of stupid because I can get in a situation where you pay a person to find you an apartment and then you pay them a fee. Now, the amount of the fee sounds crazy. I'll get to that in a minute, but I can get that point where somebody's working on your behalf and you searching for an apartment. Because it's very hard to find an apartment here in New York City because of the requirements that they ask for. And it's hard to kind of, it's just kind of hard because there's an inventory issue. There's so many different things to make it more difficult in other places. And it's not like there's reasonable places to live at price-wise that maybe, because when you live in New York City, the closer you are, it also affects those places. So if you go to New Jersey, if you go to Westchester, anything that's within like at least 40 minutes of New York City, 45 minutes, it's still high because people could commute here. So that's the situation. So back to broker fees. If you're watching this and you want to move to New York City, let me show you how it works. Nothing is, I won't say nothing. Let me take that back. Most of the places you live at is not ideal. Most of it you're kind of settled with and you make it work. And this was our place. We made it work. Why? 2 blocks away, Central Park, which is great. If you want to run, you want to do certain things, there's another park, 1 avenue over, Morningside Park. Then you have, and you can hear that, right? That's the train underneath me. So down here you have the local, the B and the C line. And then if you want to take express, you can walk to 125th or just take this train and connect to an express train going uptown. If you want to go downtown, you get on this local and you go to 59th Street, get an express. But my point is, there's things around here that works for people. You have the good transportation. There's buses. There's trains, as I said. There's convenience of corner stores that people like. Chinese restaurant here. So a person can kind of like put up with this, even though the rent might be high. At times it's dirty, a lot of rats, bad parking, but for the most case, you can make it work with the other things. So here was the situation with this apartment. The rent was $3,000. So obviously you got to pay your first month and you got to pay security of the same amount. So you're looking at $6,000. Okay. At the last minute, after we sent on all our paperwork to get approved for the apartment and everything like that, at the last minute, the person that showed us the apartment said, guess what? There's a broker fee. A broker fee? When we went online, we selected show me apartments with no broker fee. And all of a sudden, at the last minute, she told us that this situation. So we were kind of puzzled. And a broker fee is supposed to be like, I believe, like 10% of the annual rent. So technically, yeah, in this case, let's just say $3,000. So not only are you thinking that you're paying $6,000, you could think anywhere between $9,000 to $10,000. So this was my first time. I was so upset. I was really upset because I never thought that I would ever be in a position where I would have to come out and pay a broker fee. A broker fee is non-refundable. The person who showed you the apartment gets the money, as well as whatever realty company the person works for. I don't know what's their splits. I don't know if it's 50-50 or whatever. Just for that person showing you that apartment. We went online to, this is like, what year we in? You go online, you check the apartment, you just need somebody to show you if it's good, and then you can fax your paperwork to corporate. Why is there a need for a broker fee? And why is it that much? Why is it $3,000? Why is it not like $400? Okay, somebody can stomach, $400 or $500 that they don't get back, not $3,000. So that's the situation. Got in here, we already pissed that we had to pay a broker fee. And this was my first time in life ever paying a broker fee in, what year was that? 2023? So my first apartment that I ever had on my own was 2006, upstate. So I lived in so many places upstate. I lived in Alabama, I lived in Georgia, I lived in Jersey. First time ever had to finally pay broker fee, and I was so upset. Let me know if you ever had the same situation, even if you chose the option of no broker fee apartments. Did that happen to you at the end when you had to pay a broker fee? Now, the place that we lived at before this was in Flatbush, Brooklyn. It was a luxury building. Those kind of buildings don't require that you pay a broker fee, because they usually, it's smart. It's a big building, a lot of apartments. They typically have staff that work inside the building. So if you were to come by one day, they can always step outside their office and show you the place. So typically when there's buildings with staff on the premises, you don't have to pay a broker fee. It's these smaller buildings. Now you might say, okay, if that was the situation, why you didn't stay? Once again, in most places in New York City, you're settling. Even though it's a luxury building, a lot of the issues that are here, you can find there. But we could have put up with it. What happened was, we were paying $3,300 for one bedroom. This is $3,000 for a two-bedroom. Small bedroom, small two-bedroom. Like, you should have made it one. Small two-bedroom. Over there was a one-bedroom. We were already paying $3,300. The kicker was that after our year lease, because a lot of times now they're not, they make you sign a year lease, so this way every year they can go up on your rent. So from 1 year difference, they were going to charge us $275. Now if you're a smart person and you say, wow, if I stay here for 3 years, every year it's going to be an increase of $275, I don't want to be here. So that's the situation. So right now, like I said, they might come out with a bill where they eliminate the broker fee. Some people for it, some people against it. Let me know what you think about this scam, and I'll get back to you in the comment section. Peace.